say it again, and I'm going to say it until somebody just literally puts a shoe in my mouth. It is Notre Dame's fault.
So the big news out of college football,
your boy in Michigan.
That plus Notre Dame doesn't get selected, and they are.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They were pissed.
They're crying like a bunch of biatches.
The team making the decision not to play in this year's bowl was a decision solely isolated to this year.
Notre Dame fans are upset, and they have every reason to be. After missing the college football playoff and getting snubbed by the committee, they've now opted out of a bowl game. Let me explain. Usually there are some players that tend to opt out of bowl games, but it's not too often that a full team decides not to accept a bid. Now in this bowl cycle, Iowa State and Kansas State have both opted out of their bowl appearances this season, and they were fined by the Big 12 $500,000 each. Now, both schools claim it's because they've just experienced new coaching changes, but for Notre Dame, it's not that. Marcus Freeman, their head coach, is here to stay, and they won't be fined because they're not technically part of a conference.
To where they ain't even going to a bowl game. They declined the invitation to go to a bowl game because they didn't get into college football. And the Notre Dame AD trying to call out the ACC AD, trying to say, oh, you didn't vouch for Notre Dame. You vouched for Miami more than Notre Dame. Felt like that Notre Dame just feel like they should have got in. But the point that you're not understanding is it comes back to the head-to-head matchup. Miami beat y'all. And they beat y'all. That forced them out.
Cowardly, immature, and pathetic by Notre Dame, withdrawing from a bowl game because you didn't get into the college football playoffs, even though your team is 10-2. Cowardly. Immature. You robbed seniors of their final football game of their career. You robbed underclassmen of 3 more weeks of development on field. And furthermore, you robbed your fan base of another exciting and thrilling game because you didn't get into the bowl game you wanted. You're not the first team, and you won't be the last team. My freshman year, Oklahoma went to the national championship game with 1 loss, even though we had 1 loss and we beat Oklahoma. It happens.
Now, some could come up with an argument saying they're a 3-loss team. Alabama shouldn't come in, but then you're going to penalize them for they lose the conference championship. Notre Dame don't have a conference championship because they're not in no conference. So that's a 1-2 strikes on Notre Dame.
Notre Dame just made history by refusing to go play in a bowl game. Don't want to let us in the playoffs? We're not going to play in any game then. I'm so happy that our coach had enough oomph to say, you know what, we're not playing in a bowl game if you're going to exclude us from the playoffs that we should be in. All these folks who are coming out saying, hey, they're robbing their seniors of opportunities. Let's just break it down real quick. Opportunity. One, an opportunity that doesn't matter. Anybody on that Notre Dame football team going to go to the NFL, that last game doesn't matter. If anything, that last game only puts them at risk. We're talking 3 to 4 more weeks of practice and then a game that doesn't matter at all. Going to a national championship and playing in the college football playoffs helps them. Going to a random bowl game, the Cheez-It Bowl, does not help you. The only thing that does is contribute to the economy of somebody else. Whoever's running the bowl game or whatever city it's in. It just helps them. It doesn't help Notre Dame.
So, Alabama did beat Georgia, so they split the series. So, they got in. Notre Dame didn't. And they saying, oh, we having issues with the coach to where once they got wind, other conferences got wind how Notre Dame pretty much going to try to flex his muscles, because the main reason why, if people know the content, why Notre Dame football, every other sport is affiliated ACC except for football, it's independence, because they have their own brand and they don't want to merge with a conference to where their brand gets sucked up with the ACC and they got to split money with them. They got their own television on CBS, I think NBC or CBS, one of them, when their games come on. So because of them not being in a conference, it hurted them.
You're right. We lost by 3 to Miami. They're a heck of a football team, week 1. But again, look at the entire resume. You look at us with 10-2 and losses to currently the number 7 and number 12 team in college football rankings by a combined 4 points. And they were the first 2 games of the season. And you look at Miami with 10-2, really good football team. but their 2 losses are to 2 unranked teams in the middle of the season or in early November. And so I just don't believe you can eliminate a team based on one data point.
Now, they say, well, Miami didn't get in conference championship. That's true. They didn't get in conference championship. They lost. But what we got to go off, head to head, Miami beat you.
God damn.
What we're so confused by and frustrated with is the process. You know, every step along the way since the first CFP rankings came out, we were led to believe we were in, as long as we took care of business, and we certainly took.
How the fuck, ever since week 1, were you positive you'd be in the playoffs? You were led to believe you'd be in the playoffs. It's week 1, and you lost week 1. Who told you you were going to be in the playoffs no matter what? We didn't even see what happened. See, that's how spoiled they are. They thought in the first week of rankings that they were going to be in the playoffs because they have a deal with the college football playoffs that as long as they're top 12, they'll automatically get a bid. That's why they thought that. They didn't think it was going to come in between them and Miami, did they? The team they lost to, did they?
Damn shame.
So we got number 1 is Indiana. They the top overall seed because they beat Ohio State. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 was damn it, Big 12 champion. I forgot who the Big 12 champion was. Let's see. They got teams that got in like James Madison, Tulane. That other people holler about it shouldn't got in because they got a conference championship. So the 12 is out there. This championship start next Saturday, and we're gonna see. We're gonna win that joint.
Cool.
Go Canes.
Yeah, go Canes.